My ears. Oh, should have got them pinned, shouldn't I? Hello everyone, how are you? Hope you're all doing well. Today's video is going to be a full face first impressions of all Makeup Revolution products. The entire face is Makeup Revolution, or like their sister brands. So like Revolution Pro is like, I think it's technically another brand, but they're all under the same umbrella. The palette that I used for my eyes was the Alexis Stone X Revolution palette. So it's all bright funky colours and it's all matte. If you want to see what I thought about it, you better bloody watch it. Okay, so first I'm going to use the Revolution Pro priming water and I'm just going to spray that all over my face. And it feels exactly like priming water. Okay, so I'm going to take the Revolution Pro Full Coverage Camouflage Concealer, and this is in the shade C2. I'm going to pop that all over my eyes. She was not lying about the full cover. I will say this is the type of concealer that you want to be using to prime your eyes because it's literally like a thick paint. Okay, so for my eyes, I'm using the Alexis Stone X Revolution palette. This legit looks like a palette that I would quite happily spend 40 or 50 pounds on. Just to look at and to feel, it feels really sturdy and high quality. So come through, Revolution, come through. I'm gonna start out taking this lavender shade. They do have numbers, but you know when like it's written on the back and you don't know whether it's like flipped? Does anyone else get that? So I'm taking this lavender shade and I'm just going to pop that in my crease. So because I don't know which ones are pressed pigments and which ones are just eyeshadows, because I'm just going to pat it and use them as if they're all pressed pigments. This is a pretty lavender. So with pastel colours, because they're pale, it's kind of hard to tell, you know, if they're patchy, that kind of thing, because they are so lightly pigmented anyway. Can't see it being patchy, at least at the moment. There might be a tiny little patch there, but I have difficult eyelids because I have like 2 little lumps of fat on both sides of my eyes in that area. So eyeshadow literally virtually always patches off in that area. So it's not really news to me. Oh, I need to do my TikTok. I've started doing TikToks like as I'm getting ready, but I always forget. So I'll get like a quarter of the way through and then I'll be finished. I'll be like, oh, God's sake. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the next purple down from the lavender and I'm just going to add in a little bit of depth. I'm hoping that I haven't added too much of the lavender that the eyeshadow is going to go patchy because it sort of lost its stick. So I'm just using this to try and carve out my crease a little bit. I've been using a lot of purple recently. I think purple with green eyes is just such a vibe. Okay, so I've literally put that like all the way across the crease, like from front to back, really softening the edges up a little bit. So this purple does seem to pack a little bit more of a punch than the lavender, but obviously, you know, lavenders are supposed to be really faint and gentle. And then I'm going to take some more of the full coverage concealer and I'm going to cut my crease. This concealer is thick. So as much as I love this palette, I do just kind of need a shimmer shade. I just can't decide what I want to do on my eyelid. What the hell do I want to do? Do I want to use the highlighter? Maybe. So I'm going to actually use the Revolution Highlighter Reloaded in Raise the Bar. I don't know how this is going to go, but let's give it a try. I'm going to put this all on the lid. But some of my favourite looks have come from doing things that I didn't think would work. So let's just give it a go. So make sure you're covering the entire length of the concealer when you're doing this, because you don't want any sticky bits left over that other eyeshadows could grip onto and it sort of changes their consistency. Okay, I'm going to go back in with the purple shade that I just used and I'm going to start putting that across the lash line. Same brush still, because I'm lazy. Okay, like I said earlier, I'm noticing a little bit of patchiness in this. I dropped my brush. I'm noticing a little bit of patchiness in this area. Pretty standard for me, not gonna lie, it does tend to happen. So I don't know if this is like what other people do, but this is just a technique I've sort of come to with this little area that doesn't tend to cover. I take my whatever concealer brush I used and I don't add any more concealer, but I really gently just pat a little layer over the area that's gone a little bit patchy. Buff it out with my finger so that there's no harsh lines. It adds a little bit of tackiness back to that little area and it makes it so that the eyeshadow you put down on top will grab on, so it doesn't look so kind of unblended and disjointed. So it could be the product, it could be that the product is a little bit patchy. It's just that for me, it happens with so many products that I've got to the point where I'm like, I can't really blame the product anymore. It must just be my face. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna stay down the purple, and I'm just gonna go in with the next darkest purple on a slightly smaller brush. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I just did, but this time a little bit closer to the lash line. This is a pretty color. Hey, I like it. So this is just adding depth. So I'm putting it on the lash line and then into the outer V. As always, when doing eyeshadow, make sure that the darkest colors you're using, I mean, it's not like the law, you can do what you want. Just kind of as an easy reference, if you're not sure, keep the darkest area towards this outer corner. Okay, so like I say, I am having a little bit of patchiness, I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel like this is a palette for like beginner makeup artists, in all honesty, because there is quite a lot of pressed pigments in them and they can be tricky. It's just that you need to work with a different technique. Purple nails, maybe that's why purple's a vibe. But I actually really like these colours together. I do think they look really pretty, so pros and cons, you know. I did also get this. It's a pressed glitter. I think it's called the Abracadabra palette, which is like all glitters. And they're really pretty, but I just don't feel like this look needs any of them. I don't know, just none of the colours are really calling me, so I'm not going to use this, but it does look really pretty, so I might use it in maybe an upcoming kind of video because it looks cute. I like it. Okay, so the only thing I haven't got, which I need, because it's me, is some inner corner highlight. I like a really bright white inner corner highlighter, so I am going to use one from a different brand. I'm sorry. I just need it, so I'm just going to put that right on my inner corner, and then I'll do the other side, then mascara, then lashes, then mug. Beautiful. So the foundation I got was the Revolution Pro Full Cover Camouflage Foundation in f8.5. Definitely too light for me at the moment. Nice colour though, very yellow tone. But I saw this happening. I saw it coming. So I actually bought the Revolution Pro Foundation mixer in orange. So obviously it's like orange and far too dark. But when I mix them... So obviously this might change the consistency of the foundation a little. So I don't know if that's going to like affect how it works for me. I'm the queen of mixing foundations. The queen. I'm the queen. Okay, super full coverage. I'm the shade match expert, but what's new? Definitely doesn't feel thin on the skin, like it's definitely got a little bit of weight to it, but it doesn't feel ridiculously cakey. It's definitely a matte foundation. And I can tell already and it hasn't even dried down yet. So, as I said, this concealer I feel it's going to be too much for me beneath my eyes. But let's give it a go. Same concealer that I used to prime. Lovely colour. It's definitely thick underneath my eyes. Definitely. But it does look nice. And it actually doesn't look that thick or that cakey. The coverage is actually insane. I can't believe that I accidentally matched my eyeshadow to my nails. Isn't that funny? Pat, 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 pat. It's alright, I like it. Right, so if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I contour with orange shades anyway. So I'm gonna do a tiny, this could just go terribly wrong, tiny little bit of cream contouring with the orange foundation mixer. Use a really small amount. That's really pretty. Oh, actually that concealer under my eyes actually looks really pretty. Like, it looks really quite skin-like. I'm such a big advocate for you don't need no drama, don't need problems in my ends. No, you don't need no high-end products all the time to create really nice looks. And like, this is a pretty fancy face of makeup, all for £80. I'm really happy with how that's worked actually. The sun is starting to go away. Very rude. Okay, so to contour, I got the HD highlighter and contour set. So I'm going to set my under eye concealer with this yellow and then maybe mix these two together for my contour. Now I've tried Revolution powders and I don't like them, so let's see if this is any different. Okay, I mean it doesn't look bad. Right, let's contour. Obviously the shades, the contour shades are a little bit grey toned for me, but I think you could put like straight up orange on my face and I'd be like, it's too grey. Yeah, my skin looks nice. It looks like I've got a lot of makeup on. Now this, I'm excited about. Look at that, delicious. This is the Revolution Blusher Reloaded in Coral Dream. She's pigmented. Very nice. A blush is a blush at the end of the day. A blush is only bad if you don't like the colour and if it's got no pigment, like if it's really just like you swear you're brushing it loads and it just doesn't show up. So yeah, that's nice. Okay, and then for the highlighter that I used on my eyes, I'm going to use it on my cheeks. Delicious. I feel beautiful. I'm using too much. Right, stop. All right, let's go in and finish my under eyes. I'm just going to take the brush that we use second on the eyes. I'm not going to put any more product on it. In fact, I'm going to tap some off. I'm just going to run that along the lower lash line really quick. And then I'm just going to take the darkest purple that we used and run that in my waterline. Oh my God, is this not Princess Jasmine vibes? That is what I feel I'm serving. Bit of mascara on the bottom. See, I told you I was going to forget to do my TikTok. I bloody did. Okay, let's do brows, shall we? Tell me this does not look like I spent £50 on it. This is the faux brow. On that end it has this little brush which is a little bit pointless but it's cute. And I got it in medium brown, I think. I'm not the biggest fan of the shape. It's like one where they're like a little bit chubbier. Nice colour. It's going to give you that more like effortless brow. So if you like a bushy brow, this would probably be good. Okay, they look thick. They're not like, yeah, like they're undefined brows. Like that's a really easy brow pencil to use. So yeah, verdict of this one though. Packaging, mate, 12 out of 10. I don't really care about brows being even either, so I just like chuck them on. Let's do lips. I got the Satin Kiss lip liner in Fling. Okay, that is extremely creamy, like really, really creamy. Nice colour, like the colour a lot. I'm gonna put it over my whole lip. I got the best purchase of the whole thing, which was these Makeup Obsession lip glosses. And this one, Ever After, literally, oh my God. They don't look that high shine though. Oh my God. So opaque, so pretty. Did you see that? That was a genuine, like, that's stunning. I love it. Delicious. I love it. This is so nice to me. This full face of makeup is so nice. There's not been one product that I've thought was absolutely rubbish. The eyes look really nice. The brows are really good. My skin looks actually really, really flawless. This highlight is so nice. I love everything, absolutely everything. Unreal, I love it all. I'm such a Makeup Revolution fan because I feel like they're doing things differently as a brand, like at the quality of the really high-end brands, but for like less than a fraction of the price. I love Makeup Revolution. I love them so much. So yeah, that is everything from me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I absolutely love the results. I'm really, really pleased with it. I feel like a beautiful Princess Jasmine. But if you like this video and you want to see more from me, then feel free to subscribe and like down below. Also, let me know if there's any other brands that you want me to do like a full face first impression of, because this was actually really fun. Every single one of these products is new to me, so I kind of got to test out techniques that maybe I wouldn't normally use, and there's always a certain amount of like user error that you have to take into account when you're first using a product. But I definitely like what I'm seeing. I think I look tip-top shape. But yeah, thank you all for watching and I hope you'll stick around for the next one and I'll see you then. Bye!